What's good, y'all? High Standard Sports right here, man. Back at it with another video. I know yesterday I talked about Spo getting his money, the AFC playoff picture, the entire playoff picture, Draymond and the Lakers and the Raptors. But today I'm going to get into these NFL resignings and, NFL firings. My bad. Firing them, resign. I guess you can call them firing. Some of them coaches resigning. So I'm going to go ahead and start it out, man. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. All positive vibes over here. I know the video might be a little lengthy, but if you bear with me, you fuck with me. You hear me? But yeah, High Standard Sports, we at it again. There was a lot of firings in the NFL this week in general alone. Mike Vrabel got fired. Pete Carroll, I guess you can say that was a fire or a resignation. Bill Belichick, the Patriots are moving on from Bill Belichick. Belichick had an amazing run. 6 Super Bowls. That's hard to do. It's damn near impossible. You know what I mean? Like, the man has more Super Bowls than some NFL franchises. That's incredible. Let alone, that he's made and created an amazing dynasty over there. Congrats to Bill Belichick. It's gonna be interesting. Who's gonna be his replacement. A lot of people out there saying that Mike Vrabel could be possibly his replacement. I mean, I don't see why not. He's somebody that Robert Kraft is, of course, familiar with. Played for Bill Belichick. For a while. Played for Bill Belichick for a while. It's a lot of, I think that'll probably be a decent connection. Vrabel's not a bad coach. He took their team to an AFC championship game. He's been to the playoffs. He's shown and proven that he can win. You know what I mean? He can win. And I just think with the Tennessee team, I think they were a quarterback and maybe another receiver away. Defense was pretty solid when he was there. So yeah, I don't see why not. Try to at least consider Mike Vrabel. But moving on, Seattle. They're saying Seattle. They're trying to connect Dan Quinn. Dan, please don't leave. Please don't leave Cowboy Nation. Please, please, please. I love Dan Quinn. I really like what Dan Quinn has done for this defense, with our defense specifically, how it's built, everything, the structure of that defense, and the guys love him too. So I think that's one thing that I just really don't want to happen, because Dan Quinn is a hell of a D coordinator, and I got to give him that. But he's in consideration. A few other coaches there I haven't heard much on, but we'll see. Of course, Atlanta moved on from Arthur Smith. I mean, I think that job can be up for grabs for anyone at this point. The Chargers, of course, I think they're interviewing Kellen Moore, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're going to interview the Panthers offensive coordinator, I think. And also the Panthers, they're in search for a coach. So it's just a coaching carousel going on right now. It's a lot going on, a lot of empty spaces and voids to fill up and around the NFL. So we're gonna see, how a lot of these changes go on. I'm kind of interested in, especially, it's just, it's interesting, when teams, when they move on from a head coach that's had longevity there with the franchise. I think the hardest part is finding the right guy to come in, and be a leader of men and implement that structure among those guys, and because they're already used to this coach or coaches that are already there, and I think that's why a lot of franchises hire within. And I think when a team hires outside of their franchise, they want to clean house and start completely over. Let their coach bring in his guys he's coached up and all that. So I it's understandable. I get it. moving on, man. I think. Before I move on, they also linked Bill Belichick to the Chargers and the Commanders. So far from what I've read. Honestly, I don't see. Really, I really don't see why Belichick will even want to coach. No, really, anymore. He doesn't have anything else to prove. Just like with Nick Saban, nothing else to prove. Immaculate career. You know what I mean? Nick Saban, as soon as he got there, the man won. He won. He started winning immediately. You know what I mean? He's produced so many first rounders, so many guys that are in the league right now that are still doing great. You know, then I'm not even going to list this. The list is, however long. It's a lot of guys a lot of NFL players that he's produced over the years. So, congratulations, Nick Saban. I hope you have a great, amazing retirement. And that's another thing. Alabama has to find, a new coach. So that's going to be interesting to see who's going to come up for grabs. I've heard Lane Kiffin's name. Lane, don't do it again, Lane. I'm a Vols fan. You did Tennessee like that. You left Tennessee without coaching the game and went to USC. You doing good things at Ole Miss. You are. Don't do it, Lane. Don't do it. But even if I'm by all serious, if Lane did do it, I think he'll be able to get quite enough, enough players. I think Lane is a decent recruiter, but don't do it, Lane. Stay where you at. Build your own legacy down there at Ole Miss. Don't go to Alabama. I wouldn't. Man, let's move on. Got the Pat McAfee and Aaron Rodgers situation. That whole thing has been a complete mess. And in my opinion, and in some cases, I know people saying, well, he allowed Aaron Rodgers to get up there and just say that just blatantly about Jimmy Kimmel. Well, I mean, in a lot of cases, how as an interviewer or someone, if I have a persistent guest on my show, how can I just simply just monitor what they say? I understand, you're offering someone on your show to come on your show, but you might have to say, hey, I don't see it. I don't know. I don't see them just saying, hey, Aaron, you can't say this, say that, and it's just becoming a big mess with Aaron Rodgers, Pat McAfee, and ESPN. I know Pat. I know Pat. I think he quit. I think he's alluding that someone within ESPN is trying to sabotage the show, and he named the person. I don't think Pat should have went that route. Honestly, I just don't think Pat. I think he should have just left it. I think some people are trying to sabotage the show and whatnot, and he shouldn't have elaborated on who exactly he felt. I just think Pat shouldn't have done that. Aaron Rodgers made the craziest statement to me, in my opinion, about Jimmy Kimmel. You can't just put alleged information on anybody. And if you looked at the clip, you can see he was like, I think he said something of some sort like, he's not on that something, not on the Epstein list. And that's for anybody, something like that, especially things like that. They can ruin something. That's a career changer and a life changer for people. That's a big major change, and they can really end someone's career. You can't do things like that. You can't allege or whatever unless you have factual information on that person, individual, or that situation. So, if anybody that's like that or you do that, then stop it. This shit is not cool. It's not okay. It's just ridiculous. Aaron Rodgers, he shouldn't have, never made that alleged comment. Pat should have just kind of, went to ESPN execs, and made either some suggestions or trying to see what's going on with the show or whatnot or whatever it may be. I think he just should have just left it alone, honestly. Yeah, it's just a whole mess right now with the Pat McAfee show. It's a great show. A lot of people love it. I mean, you look at the YouTube numbers on the show. You know what I mean? So, and I personally think they're doing pretty good on ESPN. I know a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of the Pat McAfee show fan base. Now, a lot of people didn't like him going to ESPN. Thought he was going to sell out and change. Well, he's actually still himself, but it's just some changes he's going to have to make. I mean, they're giving you $85 million. You know what I mean? You have to make some change. You gotta adjust. If he wants to do this in longevity, unless Pat is just wanna get out of that contract and just continue doing what he's been doing and making the money he already had by just being on YouTube and having the Pat McAfee show. So yeah, that's my input on it. Also yesterday, man, I saw some disturbing news. Said a Bills fan was shot and outside of after a Miami Dolphins game. Guys, like I understand people. I don't understand. I don't understand how people can get so caught up and so serious in arguing with someone that's representing an opposing team. Like people will real like go all out and argue back and forth about this team, or which team, or this is my team, my whatever goes on. I don't know because I don't argue. I don't get in that caught up in my team and all that. I'm a Cowboys fan, yes, but I'm objective too. You see what I'm saying? I can be unbiased towards my team. I'm one of those Cowboy fans. I'm gonna be completely honest about my team. I'm gonna give an example. Like one year, I told some Cowboy fans, I said, "Hey, we probably gonna win 4 or 5 games." And they, "Oh, you wrong. This is no, you ain't no real Cowboy. Look at this, look at that." I'm like, okay, this is my opinion. I mean, I'm a true Cowboy fan. I think I'm even more of a truer Cowboy fan by being blatantly honest about my team. You know what I mean? Like you have to be honest. It's just like anything you have to. I mean, like if someone says something about a family member of mine or something like that, I'm like I'm gonna defend them, but they telling the truth. They telling the truth. But whatever. It shouldn't like things like this shouldn't be that serious. People shouldn't get that caught up in situations like that. Like that's ridiculous to shoot someone, and I don't know the ins and outs of exactly how that fan ended up getting shot, but it just seems like it had to be something regarding the game because the Bills did come back and march down the field and took the momentum away from Miami last week. You know what I mean? So it's like, guys, it's not that serious, y'all. It ain't. It is not that serious to fight or to want to harm something, to fight or shoot someone, to harm someone, period, over football, basketball, soccer, whatever sport you are passionate about and love. Be passionate, have fun with it. You know what I mean? You have to have fun with it. Like me and P, we've been talking shit all week about the Cowboys and the Packers. But we're not finna sit up and get to the point where we're gonna put our hands on each other or we threatening each other. Like that's ridiculous. That's silly. You know what I mean? And I think that's just crazy to me. And then people get so caught up in it, and it's just ridiculous, man. But I hope that person, it's okay. I hope that person is okay. Whoever it was that got shot, man. Speed. If I'm like I said, I don't know the ins and outs, but I just hope they're okay, man. But that's just ridiculous. Like y'all, calm down, breathe, whatever. But it's just sports. And I think there are therapists out there for people who take sports to the utmost, like take it that serious. I mean, for us being a fan, uh, it ain't that serious, y'all. Calm down, for real. It ain't. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Telling people, well, I got to fight with a guy because he was talking about because he was talking bad about the Cowboys or Dak Prescott, or it wasn't true. He said this da 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 this. Like, really? Really? Like, was he trying to hurt you? Was he trying to hurt your family or whoever? No, that's ridiculous, guy. Don't do it. So, moving on. Now, this next portion, Wanda Franco. Bruh, she was, you alleged, right now, I guess I could say allegedly you had SA'd with a 14, 15-year old girl. And her mother approved of it. Approved of it. Crazy. Uh, doesn't make any sense. I can't make, like, I over here at High Standard Sports, me personally, and SA is a no. It's minors, women, pitch, whatever, sexual. I mean, I said it, but that is unacceptable, man. It's disgusting, man. Like, one of the front, like, bro, you set up and you met this girl, you took her with you, knew how old she was, you paid her and her mother to keep quiet, but then they're saying her mother was okay with it just simply because of the fact that you bought them cars and was giving them money. That is outrageous. It shouldn't be tolerated. Something like that is not tolerated, especially for the mother. You just gave away your child. Just gave her up to a grown man for what? You know, it's disgusting, man. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I just don't understand. I can't even wrap my head around it. Like, for you to sit up and do that to a child, man. Like, you a major league baseball player. You can go to your home country or the city you playing and get any woman that you want. Please desire whatever you can do. You can get any woman you want, bro. Any woman. Again, woman. Not a child, a woman. That's crazy. And stuff like this should not be tolerated. Not be tolerated, man. 14, 15 years old. Bro, like, I no. Crazy. But yeah, guys, that's enough on it, man. Like, I don't want to keep talking about it because I want to say more, but I'm kind of rambling too because I can't imagine something like that. Just anybody I know or doing stuff like that. No. Anyway, move on. Check out some NBA games today. I'm gonna look at a few. I will post another video today. I'm gonna look at some of the NBA games. I'm gonna give a preview of what I think. I'm gonna do some boxing news too. Do some boxing news today too. I'm gonna look at a few upcoming fights. I'm gonna look at men and women boxing. I know women's is Clarissa Shields. She's a top dog right now. And I'm looking at some other either up and coming women or women that are somewhere, ranked where she is. I'm gonna look at that. So I think she has a fight coming up soon. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm gonna talk about that too, as well. But I'm finna get up out of here, man. Like, y'all, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you bear with me, you fuck with me. If you watch the whole video, thank you. I appreciate you. Like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all, man. Whoever is watching, like everybody watching these videos, 2024 is going to be a great year for us. Even though we're just going to start, we're not looking at that. We're just going to keep going, regardless of the circumstance and situation. And I say the same thing for anybody that's in this is trying to do this or whatever it is that you pursue to do. Keep going. Keep pushing yourself. Don't stop. It get hard some days. It can get depressing. It can it can be discouraging. But keep going. All right. Yeah, I'm out. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hashtag the sports, man. Keep your standards on high. I'ma holler at you.